Hi Leute und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Alan Wake 2. So, ich rutsche zuerst nochmal in den Gedankenraum zu den Manuskripten. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass wir noch nicht alle ganz gelesen haben.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths, secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Okay. Das ist halt das erste, das ist halt das erste, was wir bis jetzt haben. Es gibt ja noch zwei andere. Warte, wie? So, hier.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
Ja, und haben wir noch das hier.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
Okay. Ja, ich glaube, wir haben auch noch 3, die wir noch bekommen können. In diesem Kapitel. Warte, wir waren doch das letzte Mal im Kapitelende. Ja, nee, ich glaube, ich habe dann so ein Gefühl, dass wir... Ich mag es nicht, dass es hier dunkel ist. Ich habe ein Gefühl, dass wir das nächste Mal, wenn wir eine Manuskriptseite finden, dass das dann am Cauldron Lake ist.
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Ja, tschüss. Ja.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do that? He's dead.
Komm, geh einfach mal.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real. What do you mean?
They're a fine pair.
Good day.
My client has been held here long enough.
Nightingale and his cult are
Gonna let me
dangerous.
speak to them or not?
We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call...
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet?
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. but it's our best lead.
So, dann gehen wir mal zu unserem Auto zurück.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get
Was
it.
mit dem Auto zu Schauplätzen leisen. Ich kann leisen sagen. Reisen.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Also apropos Horror. Der zweite Teil ist mehr Horror als der erste Teil. Meiner Meinung nach. Okay, Return 2, das Herz. Ja, aber warte, heißt das, dass wir...
It says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking where he was killed.
Also ich gehe mal kurz hier rein. So. Ja, da haben wir 2 vergessen. Würde ich mal so behaupten. Oder auch 2 nicht gefunden. So, hier waren wir doch mal, aber ich finde, man sollte nicht in der Nacht hier hinkommen. Warte. Ja, ich will einfach mal hier den Weg nehmen und dahin gehen.
Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues.
Da.
To solve the case.
Liegt an der Manuskriptseite? Ah nein, das lag schon mal hier. So, gehen wir weiter. Ich finde, das Spiel hat viele Details. Wie zum Beispiel, dass wir jetzt die Tür zumachen konnten. Es gibt so viele Spiele, wo man das nicht kann, wo die Tür einfach von ganz alleine zugeht.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture
Hey,
yet.
hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs.
Hello.
Don't do it.
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't know right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
Ich glaube, hier ist nur die Casey-Box. Okay. Casey-Box. Haben wir eigentlich schon was Neues für hier? Aber hier ist ja abgeschlossen. Ja, hier ist es voll gelöst.
Where is Nightingale hiding? Where is the overlap? Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
So, vielleicht können wir hier jetzt mit denen reden. Okay, nein.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Na warte, ich will zuerst mal was finden. Wie komme ich da in das Haus rein? Also hier wird nicht hin hier. einen Schlüssel hier rein. Nicht so. Die bekommen wir nicht. Die Schrotflinte. Hier ist Licht. Ich kann ja jetzt zugreifen.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Hier. Ja, fotografieren mal den Fußspuren. War das ja das letzte Mal auch schon? Ah ja, da sind wir auch letztes Mal hingegangen. Ah, okay, jetzt habe ich schon gelesen.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle?
Ich habe jetzt gerade so ein ganz komisches Gefühl. Ich will auch gerne die nächste Manuskriptseite finden.
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Sollen wir jetzt auch wieder zurück zu Witches Hut, oder wie es heißt, gehen? Also, es wird ja gesagt, dass hier Witches Hut. Ist das nicht die aus dem ersten Teil, die Hexe? Da steht ja doch ein Gefühl, dass wir jetzt irgendwie helfen werden. So, gehen wir einfach mal schnell dahin.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson. Thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Und warte, wie machen wir das jetzt? Denn es wird ja gesagt, repariere die Beleuchtung. Ja, und wie?
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Ich finde es aber auch cool, dass wir endlich zielen können in diesem Spiel. Okay, gut. Thermoflasche drauf halten. Oh. Ja, das ist ja cool. Also haben wir
Another page.
Schutzraum.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Okay, warte, wir schauen uns das mal an.
Witch's ladle. Towering over Saga. Watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign. Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages. Was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. The words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
Okay. Und hier.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Okay.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
Warte, Profiling.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Yeah.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Ich glaube, da wo, da wo die Flinte ist.
Meanwhile,
I need to check the general store for the heart.
Speichern, so.
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Aber Leute, ich würde sagen, wir gehen in der nächsten Episode zum Warenhaus. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder bei Alan Wake 2. Bis dann und tschüss.